not herself, but she feels the show just needs a timeout after such a toxic season. She's not saying she does, God forbid the show go on without her. She's saying that I think she really does need a timeout, and she's now saying the show does, maybe just to give like all of them a time off.
A break. Yeah, I have to believe that back to back, it had to have been tough.
It was, I mean, I don't know the exact number of days or hours or weeks, but it was really right away. It was pretty quick. Yup.
I guess the part that's interesting to me is that even though, you know, everyone loves to watch it, is there a part where you get bored with the bickering and the nitpicking and you just can't take it anymore? Like, it's just like, you can't listen to it anymore?
I get, after BravoCon this past weekend, and there's so much content, just like, oh my God. Yeah, I like get bored all the time. I'm like,
oh,
is anyone,
yeah.
is anyone thrilled about all my other guests? I mean, we have great guests and everyone listens, but like, yeah, it just gets to the point where you're like, man, we have beat this to a dead horse. Like, I have to say, I am thrilled to be talking to you. And this is really it. Like, I'm so happy the season's over at Beverly Hills. Like, it's been a lot going on. When, even at the reunion, when they were talking about certain things, I'm like, oh my God, with 10 people, there's so much that happened this season. It feels like years ago, right?
It's just like, it really is nails on a chalkboard. I can't, like, it's not interesting. It's just, I don't know what, I can't explain it, because it's almost like the accident that you drive by and you just want to see like what's going on, but then you hate yourself for looking. Yeah. What about, explain to me why Tom Girardi is not in jail, and the fact that he's never gone to jail for this.
Isn't that a good question?
I don't understand that. And someone else asked me that, and I said, I don't know. I have no idea how that works.
I mean, I think it's, I don't know either. And I'm a lawyer. So I mean, I know that, like, I read something the other day about like his Alzheimer's is getting worse. I think that's the angle, right? That he's not well. I mean, I don't know if that's
There's other
really
people that are incarcerated that have, you know, issues.
Yes, there are.
So what, I don't understand that.
These are good questions.
And how come?
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I don't understand. And it's really interesting. And I asked this because, you know, my mom has dementia and she's had it for a while. I don't think like people where you're 100% fine and then all of a sudden, boom, you're just so far gone that you don't know where you are, you don't know your name, nothing makes sense. I'm so curious with the whole Girardi Keys thing. When his partners at the law firm started realizing, or whomever it is that does their books, that, you know, things weren't adding up and that huge amounts of money were being spent somewhere else. And why aren't those people in jail?
Right, with Tom, and this is just me, I didn't read anything, I was looking, but the dates are from 2012. The only thing I can think of is this is what's tied to the dementia, that like you're so far gone, like you can't stand trial, you can't. I mean, I think that's the whole basis for him going down this road, and people are saying it's fake Alzheimer's and fake dementia.
Well, clearly he was spending the money before on things and stealing people's money before the dementia. I don't understand it.
I'm still just like, I guess I'm just still shocked at where we are with Erika. And I understand it's editing, but BravoCon isn't editing. I mean, look, I think people hate her. Do not get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. But whereas I think it's like 99% last year at this time, I think maybe now it's like 82% hater. Like, I think there's a shift. There is.
I think it's now, I think people still can't stand her. It's just they have someone else that they dislike more.
But that's so, how hard is, like, it's like you said, Rinna Erika really, I mean, no wonder why Erika wants to hold on to Rinna as tight as can be. Like, this was the best gift that happened to Erika. Her name was Lisa Rinna.
Totally. Yeah.
Because she doesn't, like she acts like she doesn't care. Right. Listen, it's hard to go from making $1 million or 1 point, whatever it is, to zero. I mean, yes, you have your other stuff, but your businesses are there anyway. So regardless, like, $1 million goes into your bank account and then it goes in again every, 12 months. Like it's an adjustment when you're the breadwinner.
But wait, let's just, if they're making $1 million a season, let's just use that for number's sake. By the time they pay taxes in the state of California,
Yes.
their agency fees, their managers, their publicists, their wardrobe, their makeup, yada, yada, yada. Honey, shit goes quick.
I agree with you.
Trust me.
The other day I was doing a show and someone's like, oh, $10 million is fuck you money. And I was like, well, slow down. I don't know about that. And then she was staring at me and I was like, I sound really obnoxious, but I agree with you. I do agree with you.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. It's by the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, it goes really fast. Don't get me wrong.
No.
$1 million is a lot of money, and I am not turning up my nose at it at all. If someone wanted to pay me $1 million, I would definitely think about this.
I would do it, but I would also know I would go in you couldn't get to me. You couldn't get me to be a Rinna. So I would take it. I know what to do. I totally
agree. David, you couldn't get me for $1 million. I still wouldn't do what she did. I wouldn't
do it to real friends of mine. That's when it would be like, I would do enough to keep my job, but also my mind I would never, ever, ever, ever lose myself the way and I know that's easy to say, but I know I wouldn't. And I would I would be like Bethany. I would literally be like, Bravo is using me. My castmates are using me. Everyone around me is using me. There is not one real person here. I am here for whatever my side. Now, I haven't thought of my side product, so give me a minute, guys. But whatever it was, I would be like, I am here to extend this forever when this is over, because this will be over. Like, I'm not special. I'm going to be kicked out to the curb within a year to 10 years, and you will all say bye, and the door will hit me in the ass, and I will be the joke. And and the joke's on you because I knew this going in, and I don't care.
That is the truth right there, David.
I would never waver.
It's just a fad. You're a fad. It's because every year there's another big show, there's another big name, and as the years go by, you're buried in it. But they do remember bad behavior. They do remember someone who made a real ass of themselves.